right, welcome back to the back 10 of Big Rip Classic 2020 presented by Discraft. We've got a good one for you, the front 9, as you just saw. Brought to you by Tremont at 22 Apartments in Hattiesburg, thanks to their video sponsorship. And here with Brad Starks again. Brad, thanks for being with us.
Happy to be here.
Here you can see some more of the tournament sponsors. Big shout out to them. But more importantly, let's get it going. Brad, bring us back in.
All right. We got Nageeb Laborde and Silas Schultz. They're our leaders right now at -4. Then we got Matty O at 3 down. Kyle Kirk right behind him at 2. And then Cam Colglazier off to a little bit of a rocky start. He's at 2 up, but he's a great player. Plenty of time to get things going.
Yeah, for sure. That starts us off with hole number 10, one of my favorites on the course. Beautiful little par 3. Goes straight downhill, only 260 feet, but it is an island green. Most of these players shouldn't have to deal with it much. The distance, landing issues, but that's why you play the game.
Yeah, there's a really good shot right there. That's interesting to throw forehand as a righty off of this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess distance control, he's probably just more comfortable there. Of course, then the first backhand goes into...
Yeah, I think the direction of the wind, too, had something to do with that play.
Maybe that is the play, because that was about perfect.
Yeah, it was. So, there's a good backhand.
Yeah. Cam looking to get things going.
Yeah, he really needs to get this back. Just start it off hot. Get him some birdies, maybe a few in a row.
What an interesting drop zone.
Right?
Like, it would be a fun shot had you not just gone out of bounds.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. But think about canning that. That'd be awesome.
That would be amazing. Running down that hill, not as amazing.
You might have to roll down that hill. Yeah, Silas will take the 4, but probably off looking for his disc in the weeds at this point.
Good putt. Maybe that'll get him going. You see that tiny hitch when he's like, if that disc pops out of this basket.
The tiny hitch or tiny clinch?
Probably all of the above.
Little iffy putt there, but it went in. And he's puts himself tied with Silas there after Silas takes the 4. And Silas ruined it that time, so shout out to him for that.
Yeah. Poor fake charity.
But anyway, going to hole 11, par 4, 640 feet. It's long, but it is averaging one of the easier holes relative to par, 3.78. You can see there all the high weeds on the right side. You want to stay out of that. The water is way over on the left, as you saw off the drone shot, but not much to worry about there. And then just the height control coming into the green with that tree. Just something to think about. Smooth, easy little backhand.
Not trying to do anything special.
Mm-hmm. Good shot. 5 more feet down the hill, and he's in this short grass though.
Okay. That's a good shot.
Yeah. And it tried to fight back too.
Just low.
There's a rip.
That was a Discmania shot for sure. When he let that go, I thought, he threw it in the water, but then it just kept on going.
And that was a match.
No, yeah.
think he's 17.
Is he?
Big things coming his way.
Yeah, young kids and their rubber band arms.
I was wondering where you were going with that. A little short, but he's going to have the uphill look there.
Probably wanted that to hook up just slightly, avoid being right behind that tree. Great shot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nearly a tap in.
It's a pretty easy upshot on a 640-foot hole.
No kidding.
I mean,
I think these guys are close enough to where you're not really worrying about the miss. Yeah. Here you're just...
yeah, it's a good force save, but Cam is actually struggling on some of these holes that are playing a little bit easier, which is probably not something that he's accustomed to. It's a good putt.
Yep. And they'll clean it up. Close out hole 11. I think that'll do it for the par 4s for a couple holes at least.
Yeah, that's the second par 4 that Silas has made look really, really simple.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, like both tap ins basically.
Right, yeah.
Here's hole 12, par 3, 292 feet. The easiest hole, averaging of the round, 2.52. As you can see, we flew through the middle gap. Most players will take a backhand hyzer, such as this.
Yeah.
Sets up.
That'll
a
work.
little putt.
Out of curiosity, I would be like, I would want to see somebody go through that middle gap, but I would never do it.
Yeah, it's such a pretty shot, straight through there. But especially being, 292, it's an easy hyzer distance, even though it's a little uphill.
Yeah. But for these guys, that's no issue.
No. Notice Kyle has a very pretty shot.
Yeah.
His release is almost like ultimate release.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Oh.
I mean, just cannot catch a break today.
You really can't. Wow. That looked good out of the hand.
I mean, that's goes the other direction. It's probably underneath the basket.
Good run, but yeah, I mean, even just being half the distance, if it had just stuck instead of kicked, he could have had a very...
Yeah, as good of a putter as he is.
All right, so I was about to say, if Matty's not getting that one, Kyle might take the lone deuce here. He'll tap out there. So Kyle and Matt taking the twos. Got the two-way tie there between Orum and Laborde. it's a good one. So taking us to hole 13, second hardest hole on the course. This hole though is, I believe, a staple on the course. Is just a beautiful tunnel shot. You pretty much have to take this straight gap and keep it straight the entire way. So once you get down to this green where that manhole is, it just starts to drop off. So distance control is an issue as well. Pretty shot. Mateo just tailing off there too much, and that's going to force him not to really have a look.
Oh gosh.
No.
Wow.
That is, I mean, is there anything to say? That's perfect.
I'm really liking watching him throw these tunnel shots.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there is a solid shot for this hole.
Yeah, without Nageeb's throw, that
looks like a good shot.
Yeah, we're probably laughing at that one.
Yeah.
Holy cow, at the ground play.
Yeah.
Wow.
You get just inside the circle
Yeah,
there?
he did.
Wow.
3 drives that are range.
Yeah, when you're talking about a third of the players, over a third of the players, not at least parring this hole.
Fortunate to stay in bounds on that one.
Oh.
That'd be cool. All right, let's see it too. Start it off. It was a good run. Strong side miss.
Great putt.
Yes, it is. He's let's see, he birdied 10.
I think that puts him back at even.
Yeah. So he is picking it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That a 2 there is
that's
huge.
good. I feel like he's done that a few times in this round, just getting some of these hard ones and then missing all the easy ones.
Yeah. That'll tick you off real fast. And I don't know that there's an easier putt off the tee from this hole. If there was in this tournament, please leave a comment. But
I would love to see it.
yeah, I would too. Unfortunately, it wouldn't have been on film. But all right, hole number 14, par 4, 566 feet, third hardest hole. So this is one of the hardest stretches on the course. If you have 566 in your arsenal, you can go for the green down there, which would be an island. Otherwise, you're laying up along the fairway we just crossed over. But probably the most picturesque hole at the tournament here. Very pretty green. It's just cool. So I don't know if anybody attacked the green in the tourney, but
I feel like Silas is probably the most likely, but I'm guessing he didn't do it, since you may or may not have seen this already.
Spoiler alert, no one on this card did, since I already basically mentioned that.
Yeah.
But I don't think many people expected that anyway.
No.
And these are pretty routine hyzers. And if you were expecting him to do it, you saw him grab a wide rim disc, so, or whatever you want to call that, a thicker rimmed disc.
Yeah, I'm noticing more and more his release is very ultimate like.
That's gonna be close to the OB line there. I think it was.
Oh. That's not the overhand.
And flying the green. So, surprised you didn't do that off the first one.
It's a good shot.
Yep. Oh gosh.
Was that short?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's a pretty throw.
Yep.
Nice understable, just flip up and ride.
Just a little bit off today. I mean, that's like probably the second or third time you've heard him immediately just out of the hand.
Yeah.
Not happy with what he did.
Yeah, Kyle, the OB strokes are really hurting him here. I don't know if it was just a lapse and.
Wait, so is this not?
So Matty O was safe.
Okay.
He would have loved to hit that putt, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good run.
What do you do? Good three there.
Yeah.
Najeeb's having a very consistent round.
Yeah, very solid. Just no mistakes, really.
Oh no. That's really the first real putting miscue from Silas of the round.
Yeah, that didn't really look natural.
Mm-mm.
Like he tried to just really punch that one in.
I think that was further away. Looked much more smooth. A good comeback. Yeah, I think both Cam and Silas will be upset that they didn't cash those in. As Matty will tap out for his par as well, but Kyle taking the 8, that hurts. Puts him at 2 over, so here we go, hole 15, par 3, 421 feet, the fourth hardest hole, so yeah, this 3-hole stretch is just really tough. The drone is flying through this gap here. I think a lot of players are going to try to maybe flex something, turn it over, and go through that gap. This is a really hard 2.
Little spin move.
Just getting caught up. Wow. Flies the basket.
Good gracious.
That is just an incredible throw. The
Yes.
shape of that shot. Good stop there from Eddie. Good shot too.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit more flags would have been pretty perfect.
Silas and Nageeb kind of getting caught in the same spot. More of the safer plays, keeping it wide. I like that though. It's a safe, good look for a 3.
Yeah.
I think you wanted that one.
Yeah. Guess when you our team just made it, you just putt the 100-footers. Everybody else throws them.
Lay up the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Putt the 100s. Yeah, visibly frustrated.
Yeah.
And understandably, but then you throw a huge drive like this and you don't convert.
Yeah.
Adds to it. All right, so bunch of 3s, but that was a very eventful star frame for par. Lots of chances, but nothing really happening. Going to hole 16, 371 foot par 3, averaging 2.85. This is a very straightforward hole. Honestly, would have thought it was averaging even easier just because it's a reachable distance for most of these pro players. The green does keep going uphill a little bit, so that probably has something to do with it. Nageeb stomping that one out.
Probably several players do something like that where they just let too much air get under the disc.
He still ended up circle's edge.
Yeah. I mean, he probably will make this putt. He's a pretty good player.
I think he'll make that one. Yeah, see, that was the 1030 ready drive that you expect. Oh, right. No.
But that means still Matty should make that putt.
Yeah. Couple air bumps. That's up there. Get up. There we go.
That's a good putt.
That was a good putt. Maybe a little leaf love. But yeah, I do think it was in without it. I think Maddie said that as well. Jeep is on the verge of shooting like a ridiculous round.
Yeah, he
the
really
holes
is.
that he's missed, he's hit like cage off his putts.
It's a good putt.
Yeah, it is. Confident, didn't let the little branches bother him. Good 2 there. And Maddie also having kind of that quiet, like killer round.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what you expect to see, and it was Najeeb's turn to mess everybody up on the star frame. But it takes us to hole number 17, 279 feet, second easiest hole, as there is 19 holes on this course. Usually the handicap 18. 2.52, but it is just your normal little hyzer for all the righties. I think the easy miss is to go early left. Similar to that.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad little pop out though.
No, that was a good kick for sure.
Showing off the dancing skills.
A great shot too. The mouth to that green it is pretty narrow. I guess 20, 30 feet tops. So you do have to get it inside of that.
Yeah, that one looked a little narrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be easy putt.
That will not be an easy putt.
Is that still in bounds? Huh?
Yeah, I think that was in bounds.
He slipped off the tee. I feel like he's done that. Although
That's the
it
play.
worked.
Left foot slip.
Yeah.
Good little shot from Kyle. Just squirting through the trees.
Yeah.
Wow, he gave that way more of a run than I expected.
Yeah. He went through like 8 or 10 feet of just nasty.
Yeah.
Oh.
Getting the slow blue, the bounce.
I think that's the first time today the basket has been kind to him.
Yeah, I was about to say he deserved a break.
You can see it on his face. He's like, I'm so sick of having a terrible round.
That was just a relief.
Yes.
I'm sure the whole time it was in the air, he
Yeah.
was just like
He's
thinking
like,
he
that's going to bounce out. It's probably going to roll into the woods.
So yeah, that's a good card. 2 back-to-back, average under par there. So hole 18, par 3, 340 feet. Kind of averaging the middle of this round. Pretty shot. You're going to stay through that tunnel that you saw there. You're just going to drop off down to the right. Distance is probably not the most thing you're worried about. You're just trying to keep it straight. Get down there, you're going to have a putt. Cam is unfortunately not going to have a putt. Neither is Maddie.
Dude.
That's special. Especially.
You throw a shot straight, I'm probably taking him.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice little tree love.
That would be fun to watch back. I'm sure you had no idea it did that. Ooh, it just held on. It's a good shot.
It ended up being a pretty good shot.
Yeah, earlier, I think it might have been the front. You mentioned he kind of just pulled one of those forehands. I think
he had just enough room.
Mm-hmm. Cam taking the knee approach. Probably smart. Good putt there from Kyle. Probably a little disappointed after taking an 8 a few holes back.
Yeah. I mean, having a solid round until then.
Outside of that hole, he was in the mix for sure.
Yeah.
He was only a couple strokes away the whole way. So you just one of those things you're hoping you can just keep stringing birdies together. As G patiently awaits. There you go.
What a shot.
Yep. So leading the way at 10 under. First one to double digits. Takes us to the last hole, hole 19. Par 4, 600 feet. Really big shot. You're going to take it over these trees into the next part of the fairway. Hardest hole on the course. You see some drone preview antics there. So if you miss the fairway, you have the option to take the drop zone, which is back there at those trees. You don't want to miss the fairway though. Really need to get your 4 here and move on to the next round. And that's going to be close. There's a line over there.
It looked like he would have been just barely safe.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell.
Oh no. Flagman didn't want to get.
I guess he felt bad.
I guess it was obvious.
Maybe he got camera shy.
He might have. Jeez, that's a big thumber. I guess he caught and went down in the OB.
Maybe. It was a kind of an interesting play there.
Yeah, it was. He's got a good forehand. I'm surprised he didn't. And that is, jeez.
Yeah,
That's
I think
beautiful.
that's what I would try to do.
You know, I'm surprised Silas didn't just really yank something.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to miss the fairway, try to get as far down as you can. There's an ideal forehand, though. No. You just feel it for him.
Yeah.
Good little shot there from Silas after going OB.
Oh my goodness.
There it is. Just out.
Oh my
That
goodness.
stinks. I want to say he got a green flag too, off the tee box.
Oh,
so
really?
thinking you're in bounds and then getting up there and noticing.
He's probably sitting there thinking, whoever painted this line. It's a good shot.
Yeah, it is. Tap in bird there for Matty. And that'll be a big swing there. I think Nageeb had 2 strokes on him, on Matty O.
Yeah.
So he'll have the OB stroke, and Matty might get the bird. You know he'd love to make this one.
Tough hole to end the round on.
Yeah. It was like, that might have been his one blemish. Oh, no.
Gosh.
I'm trying to think if he went OB or even had a bogey. I don't think he did.
If he did, it was just one, because I can't think of anything.
Nonetheless, great round.
Yeah, it's still a great round.
I guess he can claim that he didn't bogey the round since this is on hole 19.
Ah,
If you want to find a way to.
he had a
yourself
great
better.
18.
Yeah, just phenomenal 18 there from Nageeb. 10 down round, although then you had to take 19.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right. So the 2-stroke swing there, tying the 2 of them at the top. So Orum and Laborde really kind of walking away with it on this card at least. But there is the standings after 1. John Blunt, Tony Bass, Mason Slay. That'll round out our lead card. Silas just missing whatever that's called. I guess the last hole is what determines tiebreakers.
Okay.
So almost made the card again, but a lot of good players here, as you can see in the tournament. With 2 more rounds to go, anything is liable to happen. So thank you as always for sticking around. Brad, again, thanks for filling in.
Man, I enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.
And catch the round 2 action coming your way. Peace.